Blah blah blah. Hey, this is Noogie from GuardingTalesGuides.com, and I am going to go over accessory usage because it's a topic that comes up a lot. It's a little confusing. I remember my first time when I played the game, um, I didn't understand which stats were better than other stats, right? So I wasn't sure. I think I had leveled a rare accessory up to like level 4. I'm like, whatever. I've got similar defense. I'm like 2 off. Don't care. But yeah, that's not exactly the way you want to look at it. So I'm going to kind of go into it a little bit to help you understand which one to use on some of your characters, right? So we're pretty much going to spend the video inside of this little panel here because it's accessories. So, anyways, first off, tanky accessories, right? There's the poor man's accessory, Ring of Fortress, right? This is a really, really easy one to not only get, but MLB, which is defense 7, which is pretty good. I mean, not too bad, right? The second step up on that bad boy would be this one, Black Crown Ring, right? Another good MLB. It can be MLB, but you also get a little bit of weapon skill regen, which is really good for leaders. And then it kind of dies down a little bit, right? So it kind of goes to per character. Now for FP, you're gonna want, which one is it? This one, yeah. You're gonna want this one. That's your best in-game ring. Now, since it's a mirror accessory, it will take you forever and a lot of option zones to roll for what you want, which is weapon skill regen, which is HP defense, light attack. I mean, you're a tank, so you kind of want those things, and hopefully skill damage. It's a pain in the butt. It's really, really a pain in the butt, but that's how this one works. But that's your best item for FP, right? Now for Ogma, it's going to be this. Mad Panda Brooch. So the brooch has actually got a lot of good stuff for Ogma, and the main thing is the defense gets really high, 172 to, let's say, the previous one, 142. That's a huge amount. And now keep in mind, your base defense, which is this right here, that is what things scale off of, right? So it's a very small base defense. If you look at the actual character stat sheets, they don't have a lot. So by increasing that very small number to a higher number, and then everything's got basically plus % defense, right? That's a big deal. So the higher defense you can get, the better. And Ogma, his character scales off of defense very, very, very well. So pretty much stacking defense is super good on him. And 172 is pretty much the highest in game. See that one? Yeah, that's pretty close. All right, so that's Ogma. Arena is going to be this one, another mirror piece, which sucks, but whatever. Get ready for option zone usage. But that's tanky stuff, right? So go on to healing stuff. Now, to heal off, some of them want like this, have heal on it. It also has earth type attack, so if you're using Ayoba, I guess that's how you pronounce her name, that's the one you're going to use. Is this one a heal? Yeah, okay, Angel Necklace. That's a decent low budget one. And then once you get into these, this turns into your best accessory for healing. It's got a lot of healing. Base healing and limit break, which eventually won't be too hard to hit because you don't have anything else to do with those. And then that's your healing. That's it. Like that with the what's that merch? What's it called? This thing? It's pretty great, right? So heal, heal, heal. Which I think at this point, yeah, nice. Okay, anyway, getting back to it. Now it gets a little bit more tricky, right? So as tanks in any mode, those are kind of great. This one I'll actually mention real quick. This is the most sought after item in the game. And I hate the fact that I just said that because people are going to want it just because I said it's sought after, like it's exclusive. So people want it more. It will not make or break the game for you. In Arena, it's really cool. It's really useful. But it will not, it's not an I win button. You won't get this and just start winning matches. That's not how this works. But people really like it, and it does have a high defense. Mainly they like it for this, which is going to bring us into PvP. Um, so PvP, this is your accessory of choice if you can. The vast majority of the people in the game don't have one. The vast majority of people don't have this item. Um, and I mean, only a very small select people have multiple earth necklaces. I've actually heard one guy has 5. Don't know how that worked, but whatever. But the most you ever need is 3 ever, because you have 3 arena people at any given time. Nonetheless, if you're MLBing this, it's going to be with green hammers, because you don't want to waste an earth necklace on it. But the basic, yeah, like so if you really want to get it from 81 to 86 to get that defense increase, those are going to be green hammers that you're spending, which usually you don't spend on accessories, but here we are. So now that I said that out loud, I've MLB'd every single Minotaur necklace I have, and I've never even contemplated spending a green hammer on it. Never once, because they're just too valuable. I've never even thought of that until this moment. Whatever. Anyway, digressing a lot. This is a good PvP necklace, right? And then since that's so hard to get, they added this bad boy in there. And the Dusk Ring is your poor man's Earth necklace. It's got the defense decrease, whatever. The defense gets high-ish, but nowhere near as high. But this is the stat that you really want because it negates a lot of bad stuff, like that you're going to hit, like status elements from certain attacks and so on and so forth. But that's your PvP stuff. I think there's another one, Martyr Necklace. Which one? That one. So it's got a lot of those status elements specifically on there. Yeah. I don't know. I've actually bought one of these early on, so I thought it was a good idea, but I've never used it since. So part of the reason I make these videos is so you don't make the dumb mistakes that I made when I started off. Let's see. But anyway, getting into the stuff that I like, DPS accessories, hell yeah. All right, so poor man's DPS accessory. This is the reason why I like this so much. Sharpshooter. Sharpshooter is badass. You've got attack, you've got crit, you got skill damage, and once you MLB it, which since it's a unique item, not that hard to MLB, you're going to get 5% more crit damage, which is your crit chance, which is awesome. It's so good. These things are so hard to beat, but they recently added an item to beat them. But keep in mind, they're so easy to get. It's not hard. Like, and you want 3 of them minimal. And then once you get 3, any more you have after that, you just start MLBing them. It's really great. This is the item that they added to as an upgrade to the sharpshooters, which are already amazing. And the only real difference on this is it gives you 6% more skill damage, and if you wanted it, 2% attack increase on enemy kill for 10 seconds. Which isn't super useful. It's never going to be useful on a raid. It's kind of cool in PvE. It's super cool in Expedition. But that's pretty much the increase. Let's see, 107 on defense versus... Okay, so a little bit more defense. So those are the 2 ones that you kind of want to use. And like all raiders have been using these, and probably 99% of the raiders are still just using these. Because you'd have to get an MLB sharpshooter, sniper goggle to be better than MLB sharpshooter. So most people are still using these, unless they've quickly MLB'd that with hammers. I have, with one of them. Anyway, if you don't get sharpshooters and you're still looking for some budget stuff, pearl earrings are decent enough. They've got some attack, crit, not great. Wolf ring, it's got some attack, okay. And what's the other one? Let's see. There's this, which is for fire heroes, which is actually pretty good. But they're nowhere near as good. Got a statue, that's for heal. What's the other? There's another one. This one, yeah. Okay, so attack and skill damage. That's pretty great. Greedy ring. It's not as good because it doesn't have that nice, sweet limit break bonus that we want on the sniper goggles and the sharpshooters. It's pretty good. And those are for your followers. All right? Those are for your followers. Now, for your leaders of your parties, right? The best thing to get, poor man's option, golden pocket watch. It's so good, right? The main thing is it has weapon skill regen. Weapon skill regen. Say it again, weapon skill regen. For your leaders, they need weapon skill regen. You will live or die by that stat for your leaders. That's the most important stat you can have. It also just happens to have attack and skill damage, which is great. So these are super good items in the very beginning of the game. And I know they give you quest rewards with some of those items. ML being it only gives you hit points, so it's not that huge of a deal, but it's a great item. You will eventually grow out of it, and the way you will grow out of it is you will get these, which are achievable with battle medals. So is Brooch, by the way. Anyway, these are much better. It's got the weapon skill regen for a leader, which is required. Skill damage, attack on limit break, but don't limit break these. You've got so long before you get there. Just don't. I've seen people do it. Don't limit break them. Don't. Just get 6 of these eventually when you're ready to raid, and then option them to whatever damage type you want. But those are the ones, right? Golden Pocket Watch for the poor man's, and then you get battle medals for Minotaur Necklace. That's it, because they have weapon skill regen, and that's all there is to it. Now, if you're doing arena, and you're not using this, which is the vast majority of people, you're going to be looking at the mirror items, which is Mirror Rift, right? So you have a chance of getting it on any completion, or you can buy them. I'll let you figure out the logistics of, is it worth a Captain Shield, or is it worth buying a Mirror Ring, whatever. But maybe your drop chances preclude you from that argument altogether. But, there's, for every element, there's a Mirror Ring, or Mirror Accessory. Yeah, that one's not it. So just these. And basically, they've just got higher defense values than normal items, and they've got a lot of good stats. You just have to roll them. So if you're an arena player, option stones are in your future. And typically, you're going to be re-rolling these things. You're going to be MLBing these with more of them, and more of them, and more of them. So you can get them up to 86, or whatever the cap is when you watch this video. So that's going to be your arena accessories. Not too crazy. Now, Colosseum, there's two trains of thought, right? So if you come from arena, you're probably going to be using these. If you've already built these up on your followers, you're probably going to be using these kind of items, right? If you're doing arena, you want weapon skill regen on them. In Colosseum, weapon skill regen is only good on the leader, but in arena, it's good on everybody. So for their higher defense, and that's really great. So people like to use them in Colosseum for their non-tanks, their followers. But I don't. I use sharpshooters and I use sniper goggles because I'm a raider and I built those up. Haven't built these up because I don't care about Colosseum that much or arena at all. But I have built those up. So I'm going to use what's convenient to me, right? So in this case, it's that. Now keep in mind, there's some Colosseum teams that require you to be defensive. Well, they probably want defensive gear, and that's fine. And there's some Colosseum teams that are like 3 DPS, and they want damage. Give them damage. You're not going to win by sustainability. You're not going to win by them just slowly getting whittled down as you stay up and they stay up. It's damage. So the higher you can get on damage, sniper goggles, sharpshooters, the faster you're going to win. So that's kind of that. I mean, that pretty much covers. I'll give you some hedge case stuff real quick. These bad boys are co-op defense killers. They're so good. They're so good they nerfed it for Expedition. The reason why they're so good is they have 0.3 seconds of weapon skill regen on enemy kill. What that means is, let's say you're doing co-op defense and 3 of your teammates kill a monster within 1 second, right? All 3 of them kill a monster in a second. That means you get 1 second off of your weapon skill. So if there's like 15 monsters on the screen and your team is competently killing them, you can weapon skill constantly, like blast, 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 rather than just like blast, wait 7 seconds, blast, wait 7 seconds. This thing is amazing, especially when like coupled with the cards that you can get to do the same thing. So that is your co-op defense killer. If you get one of these, it's awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Also, never never mystery evolve to 5 stars, and never use your I really actually never use my uniques or yellows to build up any other item. Use hammers. Just be patient. Hit Amazon. Use hammers. But yeah, like that one, super good co-op. Is there any other specific use ones? Not really. Like for raiding, everybody wants Minotaur. All leaders want Minotaur necklace. The exception is this. Ice Queen ring is exactly a Minotaur necklace. It's just got a crappier limit break bonus, but that really shouldn't matter to you. And it's only good for water because it has water attack damage. Minotaur is still going to be better, but it's nice if you happen to have one of these. You don't have to spend the 600 battle medals on the Minotaur. So either way, that's my long-winded explanation for accessories. Tanks, DPS, PvP, healer, all that stuff like that. You know, one thing on the healer tip that I didn't mention, I apologize for it. You know, we have plus heal here, right? Cool. And some of them don't have plus heal. Plus heal is a great stat. However, you only want to be able to, you can only use it on a character that inherently has plus heal. By giving plus heal on an item, it doesn't mean that character will heal. I've seen that asked a few times, right? So if I happen to put an ocean earring on, I don't know, Ogma, it doesn't mean Ogma is going to heal just because you have a heal stat. It's specific to characters that can heal. And if the character has a heal stat, the heal stat will, this will affect it. If that character doesn't have a heal stat, what I mean by is, oops, I was already there. Arabelle does not have a heal on there. Let's see, find a character that does. Let's just find Maya. Maya does have heal. So if it has heal here, a heal stat will affect it. If it doesn't have heal here, a heal stat won't affect it. This includes FP, right? So if you look at FP, does not have a heal stat. So plus heal does not affect FP. And the reason why is FP, her heals on her actions are percentage based, whereas the heal stats just improve the base heal. So either way, a little bit in the, I guess, wrong time of the video for that, but whatever. That being said, that's accessory dynamics. Hopefully that helps in my very long-winded explanation. Good luck, and as always, if you have the ability, please give me a share. That helps. Thanks.